we talk about servitization from the customer point of view. And I'll be honest, I'm still yet to see a really effective, and I've looked, I certainly have looked, but I've yet to see a really effective example of a vendor push towards servitization. It's almost invariably a customer pull or an industry pull. I've never seen it in the other direction. But one of the things we talk about quite a lot when we talk about the benefits for the customer is that they can outsource that one part of that business, and that's always been a little bit of a friction anyway. Is do you outsource that critical piece? And obviously that's why servitization. That's where the layers of trust come in. That's why we have the longer term contracts, etc., and all of the benefits that are there. But I wonder if the pandemic's really damaged that, because I wonder if companies are almost going to become a little bit more insular as a result of the last 12 months in their thinking, because we've seen fragility in the supply chain, and if you've outsourced a critical piece of the puzzle,
I think that's a good point.
That could leave you vulnerable. I don't know what your thoughts are around that. As I said,
there is this interdependence among also solution components, and this has greatly magnified supply chain disruptions. We have seen that customers have been unable to quickly acquire solutions from alternative sources as well, and providers being unable to swiftly redeploy offerings that are tailored to individual customers in one area to customers in another area. And clearly it also creates problems for customers in the long run if suppliers are left with all these excessive risks and the cost of idle equipment and sharply lower resources. I think that the crisis has clearly revealed that customer needs also evolve much faster than many providers and also many customers obviously had anticipated. Most have not been prepared for this in their planning at all. So there is a risk, I believe, here that providers and customers at times lose sight of their mutual goals and objectives. So if you have had these business models for quite some time, maybe contracts have been renewed, there are some fairly established KPIs. You know what metrics are important, how to measure the performance, gain sharing if you have those components. But how about in this case? It's not about gain sharing, it's about, loss sharing perhaps. You need to rethink, do we have to develop these governance structures, but also KPIs, the ways we work? How is the relationship being affected? Clearly, when there are travel restrictions, there is more limited in-person interaction. So how does this affect the provider-customer coordination and also the co-creation and co-evolution of solutions over time? There are also positive sides of this. I'm bringing up all the negative side now, but I think this is something that we traditionally as researchers have not fully considered. We have of course we have looked at challenges, but nothing of this magnitude, this disruptive really.